Last evening, we saw a complete reshuffle, rather an overhaul of the Modi cabinet. New faces have been brought in. Several of the existing ministers have been dropped. And late last night, details of exactly who gets what was also put out. And let's just break that down for you about really who are the faces now of the ministries in the cabinet. Health, law, information technology, railways, they've all changed hands. 36 new faces have been inducted, and that means that the Council of Ministers' strength has risen to 78 now. As many as 12 sitting ministers. This includes Ravi Shankar Prasad, Dr. Harshvardhan, Ramesh Pokhriyal, Prakash Javadekar, Santosh Gangwar. They've all been dropped from the cabinet. Mansukh Mandavia has been picked to replace Harshvardhan as the health minister. This as the country is bracing for a possible third wave. Kiren Rijiju, Anurag Thakur, they've been elevated, they've been promoted to a cabinet rank, and they've been given law ministry as well as the IMB ministry respectively. Jyotiraditya Scindia is among the prominent new faces. He will be helming the civil aviation ministry.
Arrival of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has overhauled his team.
Darbar Hall mein agaman.
In selecting his squad, the Prime Minister has dropped a few heavyweights and opted for a new mix of experience, younger faces and political viability. But more than that, the new faces, the reshuffle is making headlines for the big exits. Dr. Harshvardhan, who handled health, is out. The first admission from the Modi government of shortcomings in COVID management during the deadly second wave.
Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi.
Ravi Shankar Prasad, the law, IT and the telecom minister, also goes. He was recently caught in a face-off with social media giant Twitter. As law minister, he had piloted the controversial Citizenship Amendment Act.
According to that calculation.
Also out is the Environment Minister and the Information Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar.
Government in total.
And Education Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal. Amongst the new faces in is Jyotiraditya Scindia from Madhya Pradesh, rewarded for bringing down the Kamal Nath government and installing a BJP government there. Narayan Rane, the strongman from Maharashtra. Sarbananda Sonowal, the former Assam Chief Minister. And Bhupendra Yadav, the organizational heavyweight from Haryana. The Prime Minister has picked a few wild cards. Former IS officer from Odisha, Ashwini Vaishnav, who holds an MBA from Wharton School and MTech from IIT Kanpur. Industrialist Rajiv Chandrasekhar from Karnataka.
As such, Minister of State.
Dr. Munjapada Mahendra Bhai, a cardiologist from Gujarat. But all are practicing politicians, no outsider technocrats have been brought in. The entire exercise undertaken keeping politics in mind. So there are 7 new ministers from Uttar Pradesh, the state which goes to polls in the next few months. 4 from Bengal, where the party is restive following the crushing it got in the assembly polls, and 4 from Maharashtra, where the BJP hopes to break the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi at some point. Prime Minister Modi has done some social engineering as well. The average age of the government is down from 61 to 58. There are 27 OBCs now in this ministry, 12 Dalit ministers and 8 tribals.
Union Council of Ministers.
Modi Cabinet 2.0 has a completely new look and face. The inclusion of the new ministers has taken the number of SCs, STs and OBCs to significant proportion of the Union Council of Ministers. The messaging is very clear. The thrust is on the inclusion of more members of the backward and marginalized sections of society, those representing them. It remains to be seen now if the political messaging has been on point and if it turns out to be a vote catcher for the Bharatiya Janata Party. With camera person Anurag Saxena, Polami Saha in Delhi for India Today.
And let me take this across now to Kamaljeet Sandhu. She's joining us live from Delhi with the latest updates. Kamaljeet, we were all discussing a rejig, a reshuffle. It turned out to be a complete overhaul, really, of the cabinet. And the focus seems to be on representation, on something that the Prime Minister has spoken about, Sabka Saath, if you really look at the composition now of the cabinet.
Absolutely. It was not just a jumbo cabinet reshuffle. This was a total overhaul, performance being a key. Names like Prakash Javadekar, Ravi Shankar Prasad, all being dropped at a significant point. This is obviously a course correction as far as the Modi government is concerned. They have new faces, some of them experienced. Now, remember, as far as ministers are concerned, now we know that as far as Mansukh Mandavia is concerned, he's got a key portfolio. Ashwini Vaishnav has got METI. We've got Jyotiraditya Scindia, who's got civil aviation. The education and skill development has gone to Dharmendra Pradhan. And again, when we talk about the likes of Anurag Thakur, who has information and broadcasting, Kiran Rijiju, who's all these ministers are way under 55. So young faces being given opportunity. The ones who perform much better have been given additional responsibility, have been elevated. So that is a key focus because remember, performance is something that they're keen on. The big takeaway is also the health ministry. Now, 2020 and 2021 have been COVID years. The performance as far as the health infrastructure, vaccination drive, response to COVID has been a major input as far as Modi government is concerned, and there have been a heavy criticism both nationally as well as internationally. Now there is a new face in the so in that particular sense, the opportunity being given, but new team of Narendra Modi government is ready, and with these new faces, 2024 is something that the target is set on. But before that, there are key crucial assembly elections, including that one of Uttar Pradesh.
Yes.
And this is where things really stand as of now.
And you're right, that's been kept in mind as well. The representation from states that are going to polls next year. Kamaljeet, thank you for all those details. Let's now take a look at the big headlines from this cabinet overhaul and this reshuffle. What are the 5 big takeaways? Number 1, 53 union ministries will now be handled by 30 ministers. That's the breakdown after yesterday's swearing-in ceremony. Also, what you'll notice is that the focus is on ensuring that there's maximum synergy within ministries. What that means is that ministries which have a common domain are clubbed. For example, you've got the IT Ministry and Railways that's been clubbed, and several other examples like that. Now, 3 MOS have been set up just for Home Affairs. So 3 of them have been appointed for Home Affairs alone. Very clear what the priority of the Modi government is. And finally, there was a new cooperation ministry that was set up. Amit Shah will be handling this particular ministry, and that tells you how much thrust the government is really giving on ensuring that there's adequate synergy, cooperation between all ministries, and the government works as smoothly as possible. So Prime Minister Modi's big cabinet rejig comes with a major change because the government is handing over 53 portfolios to 30 ministers. This charge of sectors pertaining to similar domains has been given to the same minister with independent charge to 2 MOS for bringing synergy in the portfolios. For example, Ashwini Vaishnav has been given charge of information and technology along with Railways Ministry. Charge of health, chemical and fertilizers has been given to Mansukh Mandavia to synergize essentially health and medicine. Piyush Goyal is now heading Ministry of Textiles, Commerce and Industries for boosting export-oriented sectors. Dharmendra Pradhan gets education along with skill development ministry because of course both are in fact have to be synced together. They cater to the youth of the nation. The urban housing ministry has been clubbed with the petroleum ministry to ensure environment-friendly approach is considered, and that's been given to Hardeep Singh Puri. So when we talk about all the new faces in the cabinet, there are several faces who we've seen before as part of Team Modi, but they've been elevated, they've been promoted because the government believes and the Prime Minister believes that they've been doing well in the portfolios. Several of them like Anurag Thakur, Kiran Rijiju, Hardeep Puri, they've all now been elevated with more responsibilities. Here's a breakdown of all these political leaders.
मैं किरण रिजिजू
ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं
कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित
It was a mega mantri reshuffle by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, full of surprises and high-profile exits.
या देश के बिना सभी प्रकार के लोगों
There are big winners and big losers in this stunning overhaul.
मैं मनसुख मांडविया ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि
Mansukh Mandavia, Rajya Sabha MP from Gujarat, has been promoted. he will now hold the key portfolio of health and medical education, replacing Dr. Harshvardhan. He will now lead the country's war on coronavirus.
मैं किरण रिजिजू ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं।
Kiran Rijiju, previously the Minister of State for Youth Welfare and Sports, has been promoted to cabinet rank.
निष्ठा रखूंगा।
Rijiju now gets Ministry of Law and Justice, which was earlier with Ravi Shankar Prasad.
जब भी और जहां भी जो हमको जिम्मेदारी दिया जाएगा वो जिम्मेदारी को हम दिल से एक तपस्या करके हम लोगों के लिए काम करते रहेंगे।
मैं अनुराग सिंह ठाकुर ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं।
Minister of State Finance Anurag Thakur too has got plum ministries after his elevation to cabinet rank. He now will hold the portfolio of Information and Broadcasting, previously held by Prakash Javadekar. Thakur also gets the charge of Youth Affairs and Sports Ministry. His promotion in the Modi government also comes in the wake of the upcoming assembly elections in his home state, Himachal Pradesh.
मैं आभारी माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का, पार्टी के वरिष्ठ नेताओं का, माननीय राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी का, माननीय गृह मंत्री जी का, जिन्होंने जिम्मेदारी दी है। मैं प्रयास करूंगा कि उनकी आशाओं के अनुरूप काम कर सकूं।
I, Hardeep Singh Puri, do swear in the name of God.
Hardeep Singh Puri, the Sikh face in Modi government, has been promoted as cabinet minister. He will now be the Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas, the portfolio which was earlier with Dharmendra Pradhan. He will also hold the portfolio of Housing and Urban Affairs.
मैं श्रद्धापूर्वक और शुद्ध अंतःकरण से
The BJP's Telangana phase and Minister of State Home, G. Kishan Reddy, also got a promotion.
सभी प्रकार के लोगों के प्रति संविधान और विधि के अनुसार न्याय करूंगा।
Reddy, now a cabinet minister, will hold the portfolios of culture and development of northeastern region.
नरेंद्र मोदी साहब जो भी जिम्मेदारी देते हैं वो डेडिकेशन के साथ, डिसिप्लिन के साथ, डेवलपमेंट के साथ और काम करने वाले हैं।
मैं परसोत्तम खोड़ाभाई रूपाला ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि जो
Purushottam Rupala was the Minister of State for Panchayati Raj, Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Hailing from Gujarat, he will now hold the portfolio of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy.
मैं राजकुमार सिंह ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि मैं विधि द्वारा
R.K. Singh, earlier MOS, Power, New and Renewable Energy, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, gets full cabinet rank. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has undertaken a total overhaul of his ministry. The reshuffle that comes at the halfway mark of his second term sets the stage for course correction ahead of UP polls and the big elections in 2024. Bureau Report, India Today.
So several ministers who've been rewarded for their work, who the Prime Minister believes deserve to be elevated or promoted. There were also some very, very big exits that took everyone, including us, by surprise. Dr. Harshvardhan removed his Health Minister. Ravi Shankar Prasad removed. Prakash Javadekar removed. Mind you, these are some of the biggest names part of the Modi cabinet. All of them were removed to make way for new faces.
Three key ministers who were face of the Narendra Modi government. From press briefings to television interviews to social media. Prakash Javadekar, Dr. Harshvardhan and Ravi Shankar Prasad were the Modi Sarkar's voice. All three now served the pink slip in a dramatic turn of events. Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan was already in the line of fire over COVID mishandling. He had a tough time after the deadly second wave swept India, forcing Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself to step in at a time when people gasped for oxygen and hospitals ran out of beds. But the biggest surprise is Ravi Shankar Prasad's exit. He held the key portfolios of Law, Information and Technology and Communication. Prasad, as a Minister of Information and Technology, was caught in a bitter face-off with Twitter over the new IT rules. His law ministry framed the Citizenship Amendment Bill. And as communication minister, he was unable to take the telecom sector out of legal quagmires. Prakash Javadekar was the Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting. He also held the crucial portfolios of environment, forest and climate change. Ramesh Pokhriyal, Union Education Minister, resigned citing health grounds. After recovering from the virus, he has been suffering from the long COVID syndrome. But his resignation could be linked to CBSE board exams mess. The BJP's Bengal-faced Babul Supriyo, MOS Environment, has lost out possibly after the disastrous showing by the BJP in the assembly elections there. Thawarchand Gehlot, Social Justice and Empowerment Minister, was appointed Karnataka Governor on Tuesday. Others who were shown the exit sign are Debashri Chaudhary, Sadanand Gowda, Santosh Gangwar, Sanjay Dhotre, Ratanlal Kataria and Pratap Sarangi. The Modi government's reshuffle was expected to bring in fresh faces, but it proved to be a total overhaul. Bureau Report, India Today.
So we'll continue getting you all the headlines